see.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. We are so delighted to be talking to you this morning, this wonderful Veterans Day, about gratitude. This morning, we're going to have Nicole Regan as our illustrious guest speaker to talk to us about gratitude. And before we do that, I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge Veterans Day today and give a moment of gratitude to those who have served for our country in wars. And the fact that many of them are parents themselves. So they have also had fourth trimesters and had to deal with even more stress and chaos and craziness sometimes than the rest of us. So taking a moment to really just honor them in our hearts and hold a little bit of space for them, we'll just take a moment. Just now joining us, if you wouldn't mind putting your audio on mute so we can all hear Nicole. I want to introduce her. Nicole Regan is a owner of the Amethyst Birth Services. She's a placenta encapsulator, sacred postpartum doula, a Reiki practitioner, and a certified life coach. And she specializes in gratitude. Nicole has been a volunteer with fourth trimester for a while now. And we've been so delighted to have her, and her positive and uplifting take on things has always been wonderful for us. I remember last year, she brought her little one, Emmett, who is, how old is Emmett now?
He just turned 1.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he's not so little anymore.
Yeah, she would bring him to our gatherings, and yeah, it was really fun to see you through your fourth trimester and beyond. So we're so delighted to have you here, a little bit on the other side of the fourth trimester this morning.
Yeah.
A little bit, right? When you're into that 18-year fourth trimester. No.
I swear his whole year has been a fourth trimester.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, you know, my youngest is 6 and I know I'm still in it. So yeah, we're so delighted to have you here with us today. Good morning.
Hi.
All right. So Nicole, I'm going to go ahead and just let you kick this off with our talk about finding gratitude in the chaos.
Perfect. And great timing. It's 10:10. What a beautiful number. Angel numbers with us today. Hello, everybody. Thank you. What an absolute honor. I was so grateful beyond words when Sarah was like, Nicole, we want to talk about gratitude. I cannot think of anybody else besides you having to do this. You're the queen. And I was like, thank you. So I'm not the queen, but I just love it. This is my life. So a little bit about me. Most likely I'm going to have minions coming in and out. Preface this in the middle of this. I'll probably have to feed my 1-year-old. No, don't be an actual minion. Banana, if you didn't hear. Okay, you guys, please. Here, please. Thank you. It's right there. It's right there. Thank you. Anyway, so a little bit about me. Gratitude was something that I learned in my pregnancy, actually, with my youngest. So I always knew it was something, right? And many people always talk about it and they're like, oh, be grateful. Okay, well, I can be grateful. And then it was actually something that I started developing into a daily practice. And I'll go into details on what that means, what that looks like, and it's different for everybody, and that's okay. One practice is ever going to be the same. So just honor that within yourself. Don't try and be like myself. Don't try and be like, Jenny or anybody else on here. Just allow your practice to be what honors in within yourself, okay? But I can tell you, when I started just being grateful for the littlest things, I'd be angry, and I'm like, you know what? I'm grateful that I can feel my emotion of anger right now. Whoa, sit with that. Can we actually be grateful for having emotions of anger? Yes. Can we honor that? Especially when you put it into a postpartum area, right? So think of when we just have our babies. We have a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings. Is that okay? Yes. Can we be grateful for that? Yes. Is it weird to say that? It was for me. So I started learning that in my pregnancy. I actually was diagnosed in my pregnancy with postpartum prenatal anxiety, which ended up into postpartum anxiety. And I'm very open about that with a lot of people. And I do so for the reasons of awareness, right? Unfortunately, so many, we sit in bubbles, right? But I had this rage and this anger and these feelings and emotions, and I was just like, no, but I didn't want to feel like that. I knew there was more. So I started going to therapy. I'm actually still in therapy. Very proud of myself for that one, actually. Gratitude moment. Okay. But one thing that truly changed so much was every day I woke up and was like, all right, I'm going to write down 3 things I'm grateful for, even if I was angry about it. Sometimes it was on my phone. Sometimes I actually journaled it down. I have an entire notebook. It's crazy. But then it started becoming a repetition. It started becoming a habit. Did you know? Does anybody know? And please chime in if you do know. How many days does it take for something to become a habit? Does anybody know?
21.
Close. Yes, Miss Sarah.
66 to 365.
I like that. That's me going.
A month?
I'm sorry?
1 month?
Close.
45 days.
Little far. Anybody else?
28 days.
No. You guys want to know? You ready? Can I get excitement? Woo! Okay. 17 days. Y'all, 17 days. That's it. Is that not mind-blowing? 17 days to create a new habit. So I did it. I dedicated myself. I said, you know what? I'm going to do this. And at first I was making me do this thing I don't want to do. And then I started noticing the change every day. My gratitude went from, all right, I'm grateful I have food, I'm grateful I have a house, I'm grateful for kids, to, wow, I'm grateful the sun is up today, to, I'm grateful that I am sitting in my home in a peaceful moment, to just all the, ins and outs of, wow, I'm grateful for myself today. I'm grateful I woke up today. And it started changing, and this repetition kept going and going and going. Now, here I am almost, I learned it when I was pregnant and has 1, so into 2 years of a continuous daily gratitude practice. And my life has never been the same. I'm emotional and honoring that because I'm truly grateful because it completely changed my life. It changed my home. It changed how I parent. It literally changed how I responded to my children. I was very reactive, and something in my whole, I have like pages of just outline notes and stuff that I'm kind of blurping through, but it literally changed me from going from a radioactive mom of blah to, okay, wait, I need to pause and really see what are they communicating to me, and how do I respond to them to communicate their needs, and how do I hear that? And I became very grateful for that. And to this moment, no, I'm not sitting here saying I am perfect, because my radioactive Nicole still does come out. So please do not be like, oh, she's found gratitude, she's the best mom in the world. I'm the best mom I could be for my children every single day, because I am a good mother and I choose to be that way. But that doesn't mean I'm perfect. And I don't ever want to be perfect. I constantly want to work on myself, just like I want to teach to all of you. So my question is, and I would love to hear everyone who would love to chime in on this, what do you know or think of when I say, what is gratitude? I would love anyone to chime in on that. What is the definition in your terms of gratitude?
So for me, gratitude means being grateful for something, no matter how small it is. And that's also been challenging for me too, because I also have PPA and PPD. So there's some times where it's like, literally, I have to be like, I'm grateful that I took that deep breath right now so I don't snap at my husband or my children. But it's being grateful no matter like how big or small it may be. That's what it means in our little house.
Love it. Great. I absolutely love that.
Sarah, looks like you're raising your hand.
Oh no, I was clapping because I love that.
Like this in the corner.
Yeah, it's like ole. No. No, I love that. But I'll go because I'm talking now. I think my definition of gratitude, I don't always do a good job with being grateful. I will be first to admit. But I think I would agree. And I'm going to butcher your name. I'm sorry. Anais? Did I do it right? I agree with you. Did I say it right? No. Okay. Sorry. Okay. You can remind me later.
Yeah. And like Antoinette, Yais. Yeah, it's super phonetic. And Yais.
Oh, that helps. That helps. Okay, awesome. And Yais. I agree with you. I agree with your definition. And I think but here's the thing is, for me in my life, I feel like I don't do it. Like, that sounds horrible. But I feel like, you know, I'll know that it's important. And then I'll find myself like thinking like, that was good. You took that deep breath. Or like, you know, oh, good job. You didn't fly off the handle. You know, like you shouldn't, but you didn't. That's great. But then I'm not expressing gratitude for it, right? Like I'm acknowledging in a small way, but I think if I were to magnify that a bit, that would help me move forward with actually focusing on the fact that that's gratitude, right? I don't know. That's where I'm at, I think, personally.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think I have two definitions. One is like you should be grateful for everything you have. And, you know, and that's like almost like the one that's just always there. Like, it's like, this is like the rote thing that we're taught, you know, every November, Thanksgiving comes around, the teachers are like, let's talk about all the things we're grateful for, right? And it's kind of like something you go through the motions with. And then when I think about it in my parenting, I think about these moments that I've had, especially with my babies, but even as they get older, where we're just lying in bed together, the sunlight's streaming through the window, and I'm like looking at their hair, right? Like, and just feeling like the curls, and feeling like, wow, like, how did I get here and be so lucky, you know? And this just overwhelming feeling of like, whoa, like this is life and I love it. And the fact that I have those moments and that I can like pull them up, you know, those are like, to me, like the immense gratitude that I didn't think. I mean, sometimes you don't even think you have it, but then that's like interspersed with so much work. Right? Where we're not sitting there just like basking in the glow of the beauty of our kids and parenthood. So yeah, I guess there's probably multiple definitions.
Okay. I dig it. Anybody else want to chime in on their definition of gratitude?
I guess I will just say a little bit. I don't know if it's really like a definition, but it's more of like why it's important to me. But gratitude just helps me feel peace. So I kind of associate gratitude with peace. Love. And like being present in the, like just being present. Because it's really easy to be like, just go to the next and the next and the next and the next without being here.
It is very easy to do that.
I feel that.
Yep. I definitely feel that too.
And hi, Diana. It's so good to see you.
Hi, Sarah. So good to see you too.
Love it. Anybody else want to chime in? You don't have to. Please do not feel obligated. But if anyone would love to chime in, please, I would be very much happy to hear any more definitions. And no definition is wrong. That's why I asked. So let's give you, all as a collective, the definition of gratitude. Congratulations, you're all correct. Now, definition, okay. And I really do appreciate each and every one of you sharing your reasons on what gratitude means to you. I'm grateful for that because it is different to each person. Even when we do have those challenges, and as you know, Sarah, I know that you were big to express it, and same, you know, Jenny as well. And I understand what that is like. You know, like I preached, I was like, I'm no perfect person, and I never will sit here and claim that I am. It's okay. Even when I'm happy, I still have my challenges, right? Everybody has an internal battle that we each individually have to deal with, no matter what that is. But truly, thank you all for sharing. I really appreciate it. So essentially, what is gratitude? I talk with my hands a lot. Sorry, I'm very expressive. I'm not even gonna apologize, it's just who I am. Anyway, so basically, essentially what it breaks down to is the quality of being thankful and having the readiness to show appreciation for and in return for anything that comes around with kindness. Interesting. Okay. Now we can also take that and utilize it. And I do this all the time. And I use this with coaching clients, using those moments, even when we're in a dark space or when something negative is happening in our lives. Okay. That we find gratitude in each part of that, right? Something negative happens. Okay. Say your tire blows out. Actually, I recently experienced this. I'm grateful my tire blew out, but nothing else happened to my car. I am grateful my tire blew out. I'm not injured, nor is anybody else. I am grateful I'm still alive in this moment, even though my tire blew out. Thank you, thank you, thank you, right? Give that up to the universe because there's still a protection around holding in that space of gratitude. When we hold in a space of gratitude and we continue to elevate with keeping that around us, it does create a positive bubble, which creates a positive reaction and response around us in our whole, whether that's parenting with our partners. No bananas right now, my minions. With parenting, with our partners, with our, you know, our friends, our family, right? But that creates a positive area of changing space, even in the negatives. Different, yes. Weird, yeah, a weird thought process, right? I can even give another example. I have we recently bought our home back in April in the middle of pandemic. Very grateful, it still happened, right? We got some issues. No, not right in this moment, please. I hear you, I appreciate you, but not in this moment. This is important, thank you. So, thank you. We have some issues going on, or one of our cinder block walls is kind of coming down, and it's a whole crazy situation. And I'm like, you know what? I'm so grateful it's just floating right now and it's not breaking our power box and our water main. And you know what? I went in there and I was like, wow, the energy feels different. Like I can feel there's a positive with it. As very negative as this can be, I can't see it that way. I have to see the positives in it. I didn't lose my power. I didn't lose my water main. It can be fixed. It can be repaired. It's not actually our fault. It's on the seller. It wasn't disclosed, right? But I'm able to find the gratitude in every situation. Parenting, right? Raise of hands, or anyone want to just chime in and say how hard is being a parent? Because I know I'm going to be the first one to say very, very hard. Okay. How hard is it being a parent when we first just have a newborn baby? That first 40 days, that fourth trimester, right? Is that a challenge? Yes. Can we find the gratitude in that? Can we still stay in fourth trimester for, you know, Jenny said earlier, 6 years? I still feel it. Right? Absolutely. Is that okay? Yes. Can we find the gratitude in that? Yes. But what will that do for us? Okay. So I actually have a beautiful list right here of the science. Okay. Well, I don't mean to quote that, but I say science because I mean, science is just science and I like to quote. So sorry. But the actual science behind a daily practice or using gratitude, what that does for us. Okay. Improves our physical health. What? We can be healthier by practicing gratitude. How? Well, I'll go into that. Okay. It opens up our relationships. Okay. Interesting. Can that help us be better parents, better partners, better with our family? Yes. Okay. It improves our psychological health. So while I still know that I have PPA, okay, no shame in that, I'm at a place where my gratitude and practicing mindfulness, now this isn't everybody's option, right? Do what is best for you and instructed by your doctors and therapists, please. But in my personal experience, it's helped me to go forward with using supplements instead of medication, which I'm very grateful for. That does not mean that's for everybody, but it takes a continuous practice of mindfulness for me to do so, and being in, how I work to do so. Now remember how I said about my rage, right? It lowers anger. What? Daily gratitude could help us not be angry? What? Facts. Truth. You know why? Because it's awesome. No. Go into more details. Okay. Did you know that it can help us improve our empathy for not only ourselves but others? Okay. It improves our mental strength. Okay. Improves our mental strength. Our mind. We have the power. We are such beautiful vessels of life that we can literally help ourselves mentally by practicing gratitude. It improves that. It improves that. It's not a fix-all, right? I'm not disclaimer, I'm not saying that, but it improves that. This is my favorite one. It improves our self-love and our own self-image. Can you sit with that for a moment and feel that? I'm grateful for myself. If you can say it, please do. I love myself. If you can say it, please do. And if you can't, that's okay, but I love you. Okay? Even if I don't know you, I don't care. I still love you, because love is the highest frequency and vibration, and sharing a life of love is just a life of happiness. We can love each other no matter what. Peace and love. Be my happiness. Woo. Okay. All right. It also, practicing gratitude brings in a good positive attitude. Well, I don't have to explain why. You can see as I keep going, right? It reduces our stress. It can reduce depression. It can reduce anxiety. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a moment of anxious time where I was able to put myself, just do the 5-5-5, the senses and all that, if anyone's familiar, okay? To ground myself, or I literally will go in my backyard and put myself in my feet in that dirt. And I'm like, no, I need this. And then say, I'm grateful for my anxious moment. I appreciate and honor what my body's experiencing. I am safe. I am grounded, and it's gone. I don't know how that happened and how many times that's happened. I've done it with multiple clients, and it's incredible to honor and be grateful for the feelings that we're having, no matter good, happy, sad. When we allow our bodies to honor that in our mind, right? And we respect ourselves to say, okay, I'm XYZ emotions. I feel these. That's okay. We can continue to go forward. Because instead of just dismissing it and putting it into a box or a bubble or something deep down inside that I know, unfortunately, so many of us, that's what we've been taught. That's literally the map of our lives. And ancestrally, that goes back and back and back and back. But we are the ones that we can break those barriers and go forward. And if we start healing ourselves, we heal our family. We heal those before us, our ancestors, and on literally a cellular DNA level that we can bring that to our children. When I can teach with my children every single day of having daily affirmations and gratitude and the littlest things, and even asking them, I know I'm not only healing myself, but I'm healing them and what they can go on having when they have their children. And that makes me so emotional, because I didn't have the best upbringing, but I damn well am gonna give my kids the best that I can possibly do so that they can keep going forward, and that whole cycle is broke. Gratitude did this for myself. It's incredible. Like, wow. and it brings it back to gratitude literally promotes our joy, our happiness, and our love for our children, for ourselves, for our partners, our family, our friends. Oh, one moment. They're fighting.
Hey, yeah, I know exactly how that goes.
Been there.
Grateful that they're communicating their emotions, even if they're fighting. They each have an opinion.
Yes, absolutely.
Whether or not it drives me nuts or not. But they have a voice and it's valid.
Yeah.
That's what I always tell my children. Say, I might not like what you have to say right now, but your opinion matters to me. Well, I don't say it in that term, but because that wouldn't make sense. That kind of contradicts itself. But anyway, essentially that's how it breaks down.
Yeah.
So one thing, anybody have anything they want to chime in before I keep going forward? Because this is not just about Nicole tells you everything. I like a group collective of everyone speaking. So please. Anybody else have anything that they'd like to chime in on?
I just know everything that you're saying is true because I've experienced it. And like I have kept a journal, I don't know, probably since I was like 10 or 11 and like written in it almost every single day. And probably, I don't know, in the last like couple years, I've just like always written down something that I've been grateful for, which has been such a game changer, especially as I've faced a lot of trials and difficulties over the last like couple years. And so like, I'm like, man, I don't even know where I would be because like things were really hard. And I can't even imagine how much more difficult they would be if I didn't strive for that, for having that gratitude and that perception of remembering what matters most and that hard things will come. But having that perspective of gratitude and remembering that I have been blessed with a lot of things in my life, and that I can heal is, I think, really the only way that I actually can heal through everything. So I hope that makes sense.
It does. It makes so much sense. And I so appreciate you sharing that. And I'm very grateful you did. I understand on so many levels. You know, as I said, when we go into a daily practice of gratitude, it really does shift so much. And again, what was the magical number of how many days it takes to make it a habit? You get cookies if you get it.
17.
Yeah, you get
17.
cookies. Okay, not really, because I can't like give you cookies right now, but like go eat yourself a cookie. No cookies for you guys. Maybe actually we can make cookies if you keep being super awesome and helping with your brother. Yeah, let's go.
Grateful
So
for
keep
cookies.
on being super awesome and help with your brother. I'm grateful for you too. Thank you. Go help with Emmett. Go help with Emmett and we'll make cookies. I just cookies in the fridge. Go. Minions.
Real life. Yes.
My
No
kids
shit.
run around the house.
Really, no.
My kids run around the house being minions too and yelling King Bob. So I get it.
I'm like, shut up.
Banana.
You know what?
I can only take it so long of hearing banana. I
Why
don't
don't
even buy them anymore. Banana.
Why don't we take a moment, just because it seems like it's a good spot, and maybe we can all just introduce ourselves and our kids if they're with us, or talk about our children if we are away from them, and because that's what I'll do. I might show you a picture. Yes, there's one up there. I can show you, and then we can give Nicole a moment to give her kids a squeeze. Aww. So I'm Jenny. I kind of introduced myself a little bit at the beginning. I have 3 boys and a stepdaughter who is the only level of estrogen that enters our house recently. But this is one of my boys. This is my youngest, the one that's 6. His name is Luke. This is a moment of total and complete gratitude for this, but it happened after 7 weeks of reflux.
He's cute.
Thank you. He's now 6 and even cuter.
Can't see you otherwise.
My other two are 9 and 14. Crazy as that is. Yeah. And this morning, I'm very grateful for them. And I'm also very grateful that I have someone watching them at home.
Definitely for you.
You want to introduce your little ones?
Yes. So this is my Emmett, my giant 1-year-old. Oh, he literally just stood up. This is, what's your name? Willow. And what's your name?
Noah.
My Noah. So Willow, how old are you?
6.
Noah, how old are you? How old are you?
9.
Use your, okay, thank
19.
you. Yeah, I know you act like it sometimes. 9 going on 19, the attitude. So I'm very grateful for all 3 of my minions.
I'm grateful for mom, brother, and a sister. I'm grateful for having this planet. And a stepdad. I'm grateful for having this planet. I'm grateful for mom, dad, brother, sister, and a stepdad.
So something that we do is a daily gratitude with my kids, and I'll actually give you guys a little insight on how you can do that with your children and teach them as they learned, right? Kids have no concept of what gratitude is unless you explain. Can you get down, please? Thank you. And you know, they can't see it necessarily on the same level that we do because we have a comprehensive understanding in a different way. But the things when you ask them what they're grateful for, oh, I say thankful or happy about it, or amazing, and it starts becoming a thing for them too. Yep, a habit. Good job.
I was gonna say 13 days, mom.
No, it's not 13 days.
Yeah.
It's not 13 days.
No, 16. 17.
17, yes.
I was gonna say.
Okay, let someone else talk. Can you leave it in?
I'll go since my youngest popped in. This is Anna, and I'm Sarah. And I have 4 others that I don't know what they're doing right now. But I have 12-year-old twins, boys, and then a 10-year-old boy and a 8-year-old girl, and she's 5. So our house is definitely chaotic and crazy. One of the things that we don't do consistently, but we should, is something my mom showed us, which is rose and thorn. I don't know if any of you have heard of this or if my mom just totally made it up, which she totally could have. But so like if we're eating as a family together, we'll say like, let's do rose and thorn. And basically what it is the thorn is like something that you didn't like, or something that didn't go well that day. And your rose is something that went well. And then we added in bud, like a little flower bud, like what is something that you're looking forward to? So maybe not exactly along the lines of gratitude per se, but just having like a introspective way of thinking about your life and like what's going on in it. So that's been really sweet when we do remember to do it. You say hi? Oh, not, yeah.
Anna, I love you. I'm going to pop us off of Facebook Live now, and we can keep going with our introduction. So